it reduces friction, right? Because in terms of people, normally you have to reduce people's anxiety to buy, right, John? That's a key marketing driver in e-commerce, because if it's your new brand, and this way you reduce that anxiety because they know they're getting what is suitable for them. And then it also creates that personal contact and personal relationship with the brand. So I imagine that it also creates like a lifetime customer as well. It increases the lifetime customer value, right? And that's something I was speaking to someone in C2C the other day. We were discussing our quizzes because we are both planning to do quizzes on our website. And we were wondering about whether you give the results, whether they have to give you their email to get the results, or whether you give them the results and the option to get their email as well. Because I think these days it seems like ideally you want to get their email, right? And you want to send them the results in email. But these days people get a bit annoyed, depending on your customer. But I think for my customers, it might, if you spend, like I've done such ads as a customer where I click through, and then they ask 1,000 things to give me the results, and then it leaves you annoyed. So that's why I'm thinking, so how do you balance that? So do you give them the result, or how do you then entice them to also opt in? Maybe you give them a bonus, like a little discount or something.
In terms of like metrics, so I have an entire tracker that I use for tracking ROAS, but I think you probably already know this, but like obviously click-through rate, I want click-through rate to be at least 1% or over. The CPC, I want it to be $3 or less. The CPM, I like to have it be, in my case, like it might be different depending on the niche, and the more niche you are, actually the more your CPM will be higher. But I like mine to be like $40 or less. So those are just like a few of the metrics that went up. I found in my situation that static tends to work better, but video typically works better. Like the standard video works right now, yet I'm just sharing personally, that's not true for me.
But I've heard the same advice from elsewhere. It was a podcast I was listening to of these Meta ads experts, and they talked about the same thing, that most people think that video performs better, and it does, and it used to. But these days, like the simple ads with an image and a lot of text seem to be performing better. So, and I think it may be because the new algorithm is smarter and it knows what your ad is about. I think that's one of the big changes. So it can read the text, it can read the image. Although I might be making this up because maybe it's good with video too. But anyway, it's just me trying to... It takes time, right? I guess we're impatient, right? You said you're impatient and I'm impatient too, so maybe that's also... I want to understand how big my funnel needs to be and what I could wear, because I think I'm still getting my head around what my funnel is and how I talk about the brand as well. Because generally speaking, I'm scared of being diluted again. I'm scared of having this perfect positioning and then going out there and just talking about everything again. So this is why in my head, I just want to understand, okay, what should I be talking about at every stage? So when first people meet me, what should I be talking about? And that's all on organic social as well as on my top of funnel ads, yes. Right? And then once they are a little bit warmer, what should I be focusing on then? And then on my hot leads, the people that keep coming to my website, the people that often view my content, and my email list, which is the warm lead. So what warm audience, I mean, what should I focus on there?